Hey guys, it's Armedfro here again. Got another battle versus Hiei of RPX. I was streaming on Quid and RPX. He decided to battle me, so he's going to send out Uxie. I'm going to send out my Reckless Raptor. I go for the U-turn just to get some super effective damage. I didn't really want him let himself Stealth Rocks, so I decided to switch to my Espeon just to see what he's going to do. I do have the Spec Shadow Ball. He actually goes for the Reflect. Predicting a Brave Bird or something like that. I'm just going to go for the Spec Shadow Ball and pow! Well, let's hopefully it take... Nope, it does not take him out. He lives with like 2 HP. Gets a light screen up. Makes me sad, but you know what? I'm fine with it because it does like, it does bring down Reflect a little more. I know he does have Light Clay. But whatever. He sends those metallic. I predict a Stealth Rocks, so I decided just to stay in. Hopefully he'll predict a switch. I go for the Spec Shadow Ball. Does a decent chunk, but he goes for the Earthquake. I'm like, ooh, I really don't want to stay in here. So honestly, I think he's going to go for the Bullet Punch or the Meteor Mash. So I switch into my own Black Chrome. But he either predicts that or just goes straight for the Earthquake again, because I know he knows it could hit a lot of guys on my team. My Black Chrome takes it decently well. I'm going to get some leftovers and live and be around half HP. But now I just want to get the hell out of here, and I'm actually going to switch on my Mako X because now I can take pretty much anything he could dish out. I get the Clear Body pretty worthless, but he goes for the Earthquake. Doesn't do a lot to my guy because I am defensive. So now I'm actually just going to go for the T-Bolt just to get some damage on this guy as he goes for the Meteor Mash. It's going to do a considerable chunk. I'm going to get the T-Bolt, and I do get the Parahax. Actually, I was going to T-Wave next turn, so I don't think it mattered too much. I mean, it did get a little damage. I mean, he gets it, the leftover recovery with 2 turns. But now I'm faster, so he's actually going to get the Parahax. That mattered. Which, Meteor Mash does do a decent chunk to me, but the Reflect wears off. So I know Light Screen is going to wear off next turn, so I decided to stay in, go for the T-Bolt, just to do a decent chunk to the guy, but he switches into his Porygon 2. I'm like, oh boy, let's stay in, sees what type of Porygon 2 he is. I'm just going to go with the T-Wave so I can outspeed him with all my guys. Actually, no, I'll go for the Recover just to see what he was going to do. He does go for the Toxic, which extremely cripples my Mac OX. So I'm actually decide to switch into who did I decide to switch into on here? I switched into my my Tentacruel, that's it, just to get some Toxic spikes up. But he goes into his Repulsion. I'm not that afraid of this Repulsion until he goes for the Earthquake. I'm like, Earthquake Repulsion? Who the fuck are you, Hiei? You're saying an Earthquake Repulsion. I know I can outspeed the Repulsion, so I go for another Toxic Spikes, as he's actually going to go for another Earthquake to take out my Tentacruel. It did a little more than half, so this is actually kind of scary. A lot of his guys carry Earthquake, and a lot of my guys are weak to Earthquake. So I'm actually going to switch to my Komova, just because I know he doesn't have Stealth Rocks up, and I know I can do a decent chunk to his guy. I'm actually just going to go for the Brave Bird. Probably should have gone for the U-turn. And I hit the Skarmory. It does a decent chunk considering the resistance in Skarmory. So I decided just to switch into my Espeon. Even if he does go for a Brave Bird, I get a free switch. And if he goes for a Stealth Rocks, it sets up my own Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Stealth Rocks. He sets it up for me with the Magic Bounce, which is really good for me. So now I'm actually just going to go for the Hidden Power Fire, just in case he decides to stay and go for the Brave Bird. But he actually switches into his Porygon 2 just to take the Hidden Power. With a decent chunk. He is poison now, which is really good for me. But he gets a Magic Bounce, which is kind of hilarious. I go for the Hidden Power Fire. It is Spec, so it's going to do a decent chunk to this Porygon too. Not a huge amount, but Poison will bring him down even more because of the Evo Light. He doesn't have leftovers to recover it. So I'm actually going to go with my Black Chrome just in case he predicts a Toxic on the switch. He goes for the Thunderbolt. It does a decent chunk to my guy. I mean, it's not going to do that much because Porygon 2 is not that offensive. So now I'm actually just going to go for the Meteor Mash, just to hopefully take out this Porygon 2, let's hope he doesn't paralyze me. I do get the attack boost. He is going to go for the Thunderbolt just to take me out. I'm okay with him hitting me with that, but because the poison is going to take him out. So now I'm kind of afraid though, because his Skarmory is still out there, and I have nothing really to take Skarmory except my Espeon. So now I'm actually going to go for the Meteor Mash. I thought he would predict a switch to my Espeon, go for the Brave Bird, but he predicts me to do that and just goes for the Stealth Rocks, which is really good prediction on his part. Now my Espeon is pretty much get hit by anything, it's dead, because he has low defensive, and any priority move would pretty much take him out. I think even a Mach Punch. So I'm actually just gonna go with Meteor Mash, just to try to get attack boost, and just do a chunk to this guy. He is gonna get a Roost off, which, I mean, Skarmory isn't that scary right now. Just because he doesn't seem to have any more setup moves except for Stealth Rocks. So I'm guessing he probably has Roost, Stealth Rocks, Brave Bird, and I don't know what other move. But he's gonna go. I'm gonna go with Meteor Mash again to try to get an attack boost or a crit. He is gonna whirlwind me away. I'm like, okay, come on, send him my Espeon. Send him my Espeon. He sends him my Espeon, which is awesome. So now I'm actually gonna go for the Hidden Power Fire. Even if he does switch into something else, it'll hit it with a decent chunk, and he doesn't know his specs right now, so he thinks that I could switch into Psychic, so just in case the Repulsion comes in. So now it takes out the Skarmory easily. Now he's gonna switch into his Metallic. I see the Bullet Punch coming. I should have switched into my Black Chrome and leave Espeon for later on, but sad that I don't, because now he takes out my Espeon easily. I send him my Bubby just because I do have the Banded Earthquake. And I thought it would take him out. I don't know his EV spread on this guy, but he does live in the red, which kind of weird. I thought it would do a lot more damage. He does go with the Meteor Mash. Here again, I probably should have switched into my my Metagross. This is bad move in hindsight, leaving my Bubby in just to die. He could have been a lot helpful later on in the game. So now I'm actually going to switch in my Black Chrome. He is paralyzed, so I'm actually going to outspeed and just go for the Earthquake just to take this guy out. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch, just get a decent chunk on me. Metagross has ridiculous attack, so he is going to do a decent chunk to me. And now I do get the Leftovers recovery, which is really good because now I won't die to a Mach Punch, I don't think, just because Metagross is natural bulk. I am actually going to go for the Meteor Mash. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy has Mach Punch. He doesn't have Mach Punch? What? Okay. I go for the Meteor Mash. I do get the crit, which is hilarious. He is going to get the Drain Punch, and he is going to get a decent chunk, so he won't die by poison this turn. Next turn he is, unless he goes for another Drain Punch. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm still thinking he has the Mach Punch. I am actually going to go for the Staraptor, switch into my Porygon 2, just so it can hit me with the Drain Punch, the Mach Punch, and he'll die by poison. So I'm switching my Mako X. He is going to go for the Stone Edge, which confused the living crap onto his guts. Yeah, he is going to miss the Stone Edge. I'm pretty sure that mattered. But now I will be able to outspeed him because Repulsion's terrible speed. And I will get the Thunderbolt off to take him out. And now it's 2-1. My Staraptor and Porygon 2 versus his Infernape. I'm thinking, okay, if it's Banded Ape, I have this game. If it's Life Orb, it's a toss-up. Scarfed, he wins. So I'm thinking here, okay, let's hope he's Life Orb or Banded. Hopefully Banded. Please be Banded. Please be Banded. He has got to obviously take my Mako X out with the close combat. And defense. Special defense, come on. Don't take Life Orb damage. Don't take Life Orb damage. Damn it, it's Life Orb. That is decent for me. Now he has the defense drop, so Brave Bird will easily take him out. But he is going to outspeed me. He is going to go for the Mach Punch. And hopefully I'll live. Please live! Booyah, motherfucker! I live with 7 HP. I go for the Brave Bird. In hindsight, I probably should have gone for the close combat, but it was a good game anyways. Wow, that's a tie game. Rate, comment, subscribe. That was a really good game. Stay classy, guys.